Yo, yo, hello, 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 hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is something new. Well, it ain't nothing new, but we'll talk about that. But hey, let's get this show rolling. This is Ivan G Worldwide, also in conjunction with the Bad Habits Podcast. And you know my dog, the dog of content, is also in the house. All right, let's get this cracking. You know what we finna talk about. I hope you saw the title. I hope you saw the title. Let's do it, man. All right, let's go. This is Ivan G Worldwide in the Bad Habits Podcast. Woo! We're gonna have a good one tonight. Y'all ride with me. Hey, I decided to do this show simply because in the tradition, hold on, let me do something. In the tradition of television, when you talk about the adult subjects, you leave it for after prime time, which is called after hours. And this is quite an adult subject, but I want to have fun with it. And hopefully I don't come off like a perv. All right. We're gonna get done. We're gonna be get going in just a minute. In just a minute, I'm gonna get going. Now, I'm doing this as a live for whoever wants to come in and kick it with me. Actually, I was gonna just do this as a recording because, like I said, I'm repurposing this for the podcast, the Bad Habits Podcast. But if you want to come in here and kick it with me about this subject, because it's a fun subject, and I want to know, I want to test what you know in regards to this. Yes, indeedy. Feed the needy. I got me a good beverage, and I'm ready to ride it out, man. I'm ready to ride it out. Yeah. This is Ivan G, aka the dog of content, aka the cliche killer, aka that old nigga from up the street. Let's go. Woo! Some of that good traditional slide in music. Some of that good dip music. Some of that good creep action. And hopefully I don't come off like a perv on this show. Hopefully I don't come off like a perv. This is all for the repurposing for the Bad Habits Podcast, which will be on Anchor, which is on Anchor.fm. This will be the first episode on Anchor.fm, which will eventually feed into Spotify. And where you get your favorite podcast at? Ride with me. Yeah. All right, we're gonna chill out for a minute. Let me do something here. All right, okay. Boom, there we go. There we go. Here I am. What's up? What's happening? What it is, what it do. Like I said, this is your boy Ivan G, aka the dog of content, aka the cliche killer, aka that old nigga from up the street. That's right. And tonight I want to discuss something that it may put some people off. And like I said, I don't want to come off like a perv. That's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to come off like a perv. But if you haven't caught the title, here you go. Today's porn is trash and boring. And here's why. Indigenous black man, welcome. Welcome like I said, man, I had to do this during adult hours. During adult hours. You know, they used to have it on television, uh subscription television, like when the adult stuff comes on. That was the late night stuff. It was actually after 10. And I'm just going to give a backstory as to why I decided to do this. Why I decided to do this. I was on the internet, surfing the internet one day. Had nothing to do, and I decided to just scan through some porn. I decided to scan through some porn. And it was a very quick scan. Why? Here's the backstory. When I was young, in my teens, my mid to late teens, right? We had the first introduction of what's called subscription television. It kind of reminds me of the apps you get on the Fire devices, Fire TV, Fire Stick, and all that. It reminds me of that. But these were called subscription television services. The people came out, they put a box on on the top of your television, and they had this little antenna on your roof. And it was called subscription television. This was prior to the explosion of cable TV, which eventually became satellite or whatever it is now. Whether you get whatever the services are, all the subscription services or the cable services you have now. This was before that. This was only 2 subscription stations. Well, in Dallas, we had only 2. There was one called Preview, and the other was called On TV. And you had either one based on which one gave you the better deal. Because I remember we had both at one time. Not at one time, but we switched. We had one and we switched to the other. So these channels were the channels where you could get the premiere movies that had just been released in the movie theater. So after now they used to have it like after a blockbuster movie comes out, they'll sell it on DVD or whatever. They was doing that. Now it just comes on a pay-per-view or it just comes out on like Amazon Prime or something. So, but when these blockbuster movies left the theaters, they would premiere on the subscription services. I remember Jaws, the movie Jaws, Halloween. I'm trying to think, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, because I was a big horror. I'm still a big horror sci-fi movie guy. Also, there was The Thing, my all-time favorite movie, John Carpenter's The Thing. These movies would premiere after they left the theaters. They would premiere on these subscription TV services. But this is what would happen. After 10 o'clock, the adult features would start playing. Yeah, the adult movies. Now, here's the thing. We had a box in the den in our home. We had a box in the den, and then there was another box in the back room where sometimes I would sleep. I would be watching TV late and I would fall asleep. But one night, I happened to be up because I think I was watching a rerun of Halloween or some scary movie. I was watching a rerun of that movie. And what happened is that movie went off and it was past 10 o'clock. So you know what happens? The smooth jazz music comes in. And then here's the introduction. Welcome to After Hours. That means, and I didn't know what that meant, but what that meant is you finna see the porn movies. So I'm looking at, what is this? So I'm looking, I'm watching, and I'm like, oh man, I'm like, whoa. Here's the thing. These were soft-core movies. Soft-core movies. These were soft-core porn movies. What I mean by that is they would take the actual hardcore XXX version and would edit it for these subscription services. So you wouldn't see things like this hardcore sexual activity. You would see it implied. You would see the woman performing the fellatio on the man, but you actually wouldn't see the actual body part or whatever, however that goes. You wouldn't see the actual intercourse. Like now, these hardcore porn, you got porn on the internet, you see all the angles and every fucking thing. But this is what I'm getting at. That was my first that was my introduction into porn. It wasn't hardcore. So it left a lot to the imagination. And the thing about it was, let me do this real quick. The thing about it is, that this was actually films. These were porn films. They weren't porn video, like these little short videos of a sex act, and then that's it. These were actual movies, 1.5, 2 hours, just regular movies, like you would go to the movies and see, but this was film, not video. So there were scenes, there were scripts, and to a certain extent, there was acting, even though it would be somewhat bad acting. But what it did is it left a lot to the imagination. Why? Because this is the type of porn that had scenes and would create an imagination in a person that was sexually active. Such as myself, I was starting being sexual. I started being sexually active at what, 13, 14? Before I started junior high. Well, just the summer before I started junior high. So I'm looking at it, and I always thought at that time, other than you and your girlfriend on the side of the house or somewhere off in the park or something, just kissing and like what we call boning or hunching, I didn't think there was like all on sexual things going on outside of the bed or outside of the bedroom. I always thought you had to have a bed to have sex. That's what I was thinking at that time. But I'm looking at these scenes. These people are having sex in the forest. They're having sex in the park. They're having sex under bleachers. They're having sex in locker rooms and in showers. Indigenous Black Man says, some black exploitation films were semi-soft porn. Yeah, these were soft porn films. And here's the thing. This is what I'm getting at. It left so much to the imagination to where now I'm like, man, I don't just have to be secluded to a bedroom to have to get some sexual gratification, because shit, they was doing hand jobs in business offices and fellatio in the doctor's office, and it was just an explosion of imagination of ways you could be sexually gratified. This influenced me. I pursued that. I pursued these scenarios. And the reason I'm saying that today's porn, and I'm going to say going back to the 90s, I'm not a big porn pundit. I'm not a big porn connoisseur, but off and on, I'll check it out. So it really changed, I'm going to say, in the, was it the late 80s or somewhere in the 90s, to where you had this straight to video stuff. And then you had these video features like Booty Talk and all this other stuff, Cheerleaders in the Hood and all this other stuff, which left nothing to the imagination, because it was a little bit of conversation, maybe a little scripting, but it was straight. It went straight into the sexual activity. Ras girl, welcome, salute and blessing, Ras girl. How are you tonight? Well, let me do this. I I really want somebody to come and chop this up with me. So I just want to know, you don't have to be ashamed. Like I said, we are in the adult hours. I was gonna do this earlier in the evening, like around 4 or 5, but I was like, nah, this content, this subject is an adult subject, and I want to do it in the tradition of the adult features. Do it at night, 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I want to do it in that aspect. So this is what I'm saying. Why today's porn is trash, boring, and no pun intended, it sucks. Why? It leaves nothing to the imagination. And this carries over. Bet Ivan was beating scabs on his issue. Hey, say, just like you, indigenous black man, just like you. Hey, just like you. Glizzy, what's up? But anyway, this is what I'm saying. Today's porn leaves nothing to the imagination. It is bled over into rap because, as you can see, a lot of these little female rappers that are out now, they're talking just straight, raw porn. They're talking straight, raw porn, straight from the strip club or whatever. Straight, raw. Nothing is left to the imagination now. I think that makes it boring, and I think that really screws up the relationships that people have today. A lot of relationships, most of them are physically based. They're physically based. And when you're right off the gate, being sexual, if it's just raw like that, no imagination, then it's easy for these people to just connect and then disconnect. Just like that. Because let me tell you something. I can't, some people, and these are marriages, right? Just like in marriages. I don't know if husbands realize this, but you lead that marriage and like I've heard in game talk, street talk, you're on stage every day. You're on stage every day. You have to perform every day. Every day. This is whether you're married or if you have a woman in your life that you're trying to keep. Now, if it's just something you want to knock off and throw away, I understand. But if this is a woman that you're trying to keep, you're on stage every day. It coincides with the game. You hear the P say, hey, when you got them women, you're on stage every day. You have to perform. And if you let the show get boring, there's a chance she may seek that excitement outside of your relationship. Oh, there's a large chance she might. This comes from lack of imagination. This comes from lack of imagination. So now, Faye, what's going on? I haven't in chat. Faye, like I said, I'm gonna put the link because I want somebody to chop this up with me. I really do. I want somebody to chop this up with me. And like I said, this is all due to lack of imagination. Me, myself, personally, I can create so many scenarios based off of those old porn movies that I saw back. This was like the mid to late 80s. But these movies they were showing were from late 70s, early 80s era. I'm talking about Vanessa Del Rio stuff, Lisa DeLeo stuff, Annette DeHaven stuff, Sika, movies like Deep Throat, Debbie Does Dallas, movies like that. uh, Hollywood Nights, fairy tales, Canterbury, just the reenactment of Canterbury Tales. Now, I do see some of these new porn features, new porn videos try to reenact certain shows. I see that, but it's so raw. It's like it doesn't give to the imagination. So now you have short attention spans within sex life or sex lives. You have short attention spans. Debbie was from your town. Debbie does Dallas actress. She was from your town. Let me give you just let me give you an idea of how creative I'm calling it vintage porn, the vintage porn was. One of the most popular vintage porn features is Deep Throat. Now, some of y'all may be too young to remember that movie. It was a movie called Deep Throat. And here's the catch. Oh my God, who is this? And here's the catch. The main character, the lady in Deep Throat, the idea of this was her, and I'm gonna use the scientific term, her clitoris was in her throat. Her clitoris was in her throat. So in order for her to climax, she had to perform oral fellatio. She couldn't climax from sexual intercourse because her clitoris was in her throat. Ain't that a hell of an idea? Even for today's standards, ain't that a hell of an idea? Yeah. Her clitoris was in her throat. She had to perform oral fellatio in order to climax. But here's the deal. You had to be able to reach her throat. So some of you fellas was stuck out. Yeah. Some of you fellas would have been stuck out because if you couldn't get it down off in that throat, then you was stuck out. Ain't that something left to the imagination? Isn't it? That's something. Today, it's like, yeah, they can put on costumes. Like I saw one a scene where there was like it was like this scene where it's an athlete and a cheerleader, right? So I guess the guy, he's in the locker room, whatever, he's changing or whatever, and then for some reason a cheerleader comes in uh with a bikini top and some pom poms. Hey, great game! Da 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 da. Then next thing you know, the conversation might have went for another 2 minutes, and she's on her knees. No scene, nothing. It didn't lead to nothing. Now, where vintage porn influenced the sex of that time and afterwards is role play. Remember, before that, Ed Dog, salute, salute. I'm gonna continue to put the link in here. I guess some of y'all are scared. Pimping ain't dead. Y'all just scared. Salute, Ed Dog. Pimping ain't dead. Y'all just scared. And again, the topic, if you're just now coming in, today's porn is trash and boring. Here's why. And I'm telling you why. It leaves nothing to the imagination. One of the most stimulating things in sex is role play. Role play. And I've noticed this. Because I think this change affects men more than women, because I've noticed in my life a lot of women like to role play. Doctor, nurse, boss, secretary. You could just go on and on and on. But women love to role play. They love that. They love the emotional buildup of the act. And a lot of you dudes, you just want the raw sex. You just want the raw head to where she's not even into it. You didn't give her a chance to build up. You didn't stimulate her mind. Remember, sexual activity starts in the mind first. Free your mind and your ass will follow. Sexual activity starts in the mind first. And a lot of dudes out here today, especially these younger cats, it's just raw sex. You know, and I'm not gonna say younger dudes. I'm not gonna put this on the younger dudes because I know niggas my age. They'll sit there and say, man, shit, I need some pussy. Shit, I just need me some pussy. But dude, if you would take the time out to give the women that mental stimulation leading up to it, like I'm saying, the role play and everything like that, dude, you wouldn't have to be sitting around talking about, man, I need me some pussy. Shit, they'll be calling you. I'm gonna give you this is a personal story of mine that I'm gonna get you in on. Hold on, let me do something. I'm gonna do this. I gotta do this over a little beat here. Turn it down a little bit. A little steam to go with this. Indigenous Black Man says a lot of these WAP monsters be done ruined it too, Ivan. Devices done ruined the P for most. That's true. That's true. But see, this is because a lot of people, indigenous, this is why, because a lot of people now are mindless. They're mindless. You can't give people the benefit of the thought of having a mind. Let's separate the brain from the mind. The brain is for motor function, right? You get up, you eat, you go to work, you fix a motor function, muscle memory. Oh, excuse me. Muscle memory. But the mind, that's where things go deeper. That's where businesses are created. Books and movies are written. Music is written. It's the mind. That's not muscle memory. There's a difference. And a lot of things as far as sex, it starts there in the mind too. You have to create these scenarios. That's what keeps the women, that's what keeps them, for me, that's what keeps them coming back. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like just regular in the bed intercourse. It doesn't really excite me anymore. I love scenarios. These same scenarios that influenced me from when I was watching those soft. These wasn't hardcore movies. These were soft core. The sex was implied. I'm gonna tell you, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna tell you a story. It was like I'm gonna say 96, 97. I was seeing this girl. Fine, bad, man, bad. She was bad. I can't deny it. Nice shape. Always had this pretty smile and just body out of this world. I give her 7.5, maybe a 7.75, right? So she used to like to go to the park, do outside stuff, and like I said, go to the park. So one time we had planned on going to a walking trail. Like here in Texas, we have these walking trails, these wooded areas that have been cleared out with trails, and a lot of people go and walk just for physical activity. So we went to the walking trail, and we kind of went later in the evening, right? And when she came to the house, because the walking trail was closer to me, so she had to come to me first. So when she came to the crib, when I seen her, she had on these black tights. She had on these black tights. And man, and when I tell you she had a figure, she had a figure. Okay, let me cut that off. Hold on. She had this figure, man. So we went to the trail. We're walking, we're walking. And around that time, it started to get dark. Not dark, dark, but you know how the sun sets and it starts getting dark. So I'm walking and I'm kind of letting her walk in front of me because I'm looking at her ass while we walking because she got on these tights and she had this nice round one, man. Nice round one. She had a nice body. In my mind, I'm like, damn, I don't want to wait till I get back to the crib to try to smash on this because we were already smashing. We were already smashing. So my mind is racing. I'm like, so I'm looking around and now I'm planning to see where I can take her off one of these trails and into some brush. So now we're walking. Now I'm walking up behind her and playing with her. She's kind of walking in front of me, and I'm admiring. I'm letting her know, baby, you look good. Them tights. We walking. We laughing. Stop. You need to stop. So now I'm like on now. I'm on now. I'm on 10 now. So now I'm playing with her. I'm grabbing her around the waist and all that, and pulling on me and all that. She like, you need to stop. You being bad. I hear these people out here, this, that, and the third. So I was like, shit. So we get to a thick little brush, and I kind of pull her off. I kind of pull her off. And I'm like, shit. I'm like, say, shit. I'm like, I want now. Let's do it right here. Come on now. Come on, let's do. She's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, shit, I want this right now. She's like, no, we gotta do this. These people gonna see us. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna see us right here. That's why ain't nobody gonna see us right here. She's like, stop, no, no, no. So I get her and I kind of tug her tights down. She like giggling, like, stop, stop. And yo, once I came out with the Whopper chopper, once I came out with the Whopper chopper, oh, it wasn't no turning back then. So I got them little tights down to around her knees. Man, open that thing up. Boom! She said, oh, she would have got us caught. She would have got us caught. As soon as I went up with the Whopper chopper, she said, oh, somebody would have heard that. And it went for about what, about a good 7 to 10 minutes, about a good 7 to 10 minutes, just easy, easy until that point, about a good 7 to 10 minutes. I wasn't trying to just be off in the woods making love and shit. Them damn tights had me fucking on fire. Had me on fire. Hell, God, man, shit. Let me tell you something. I'm talking about before them tights. You know, and tights been around, but man, these things here got me thinking about calling her now. But I think she done swelled up now. I think she done swelled up. That's been like what, 20 years? Has that been 20 years? Yeah, about 20, a little over 20 years. Last thing I heard, she done swelled up, and we ain't doing that. So I can't be taking off in the woods now and trying that. Now she done swelled up. Next thing you know, we off in the woods. She talking about, oh, I'm being horrible, and I'm going off script. I'm going off script, man. But no, true story. True story. For anybody that's young in here, man, you got to start thinking of these scenarios. It's not always about just getting her in the bed and knocking her down, man. It's about shit, uh, getting you a hand job at the park. Man, I used to have this little old dark man, little bad little dark skinned honey with these big pretty eyes. Had this long wavy hair. She was dark skinned though. And she used to love going to the park. And we sit out in the park, and then when it get dark, she loved giving me hand jobs in the park. And I loved it. I loved the scenario. She had some of the best splashes I've ever had. Some of the best has been outside of the bedroom. In the club. In the club. These clubs in Dallas are big. And you can find scenarios and spots in parts of these clubs. The broom closet, an unused bathroom on the second floor, the last stall in the bathroom. Shit. You don't think, say, man, you don't think when these rappers come to town, they ain't getting some good slob in the VIP section in the back, the VIP section that they not the one they rope off with everybody else. I'm talking about the back room, the dressing room type shit, man. Man, we used to have this little old strip club in the South Side, man, and they had a unused room. It was like a stage, and it's an unused room. Man, them girls used to take dudes to that back of their stage and work them, serve them, serve them. To all you guys that don't realize this, in order to keep her, you got to perform every day, and that ain't just about just getting in bed and trying to just uh, uh, go hard body in the man. You got to create scenarios. Roz girl get a green face. What was that about? See, that's what I'm saying. I'm putting the link up and you're scared to come in. Is this too much for y'all? Pimping ain't dead. Y'all just scared. God dog. Oh, okay. What's that green face for, Roz girl? Do you have a story? Roz girl, I know you chief. You chief. I know you done chiefed and did some Irie Jamaican gal, you Roz gal. Now I'm way off base. I'm way off base. The Vegas girls in the room. Oh, okay. Yeah. But see, here's the thing. You shouldn't have to go to Vegas. I'm serious. I am serious. It's this movie. I think it's called it's an old one, Hollywood Nights. One of my favorite porn actresses was they called her Little Red. She passed away. Her name was Lisa DeLeo. She was this white chick with red hair and these big ass, man, just big boobs, man. And she, man, when I tell you, if you look her up, look, Lisa DeLeo. Lisa DeLeo. They called her Little Red. She has some of the best scenes in porn. She played a fucking a camp leader. She giving blowjobs out there in the woods. She's playing a nurse, going into the doctor's office, blowing him up. She played a secret agent. One of my favorite movies with her is called The Girl from SEX. That's my favorite movie. She plays a secret agent. And while she's trying to figure out this case, she done fucked about 4 or 5 dudes trying to figure out a case. She went hard body. But these were soft core movies, so you didn't see all this raw sex. The scenario that led up to the sex was more stimulating than the sex itself. But now it's just straight raw. It's just straight raw. No imagination, no creativity. It's just straight raw. Oh, you know who I'm talking about, Indigenous? The Tina Marie of porn. There we go. We got somebody in here. And dog. And dog, can you hear me? Man, and dog, when you come in here, I don't know what it is. Hold on. No, there you go. When you come in here, and dog, I don't know what happened, but I can't get the sound from you. And I got you on. You're in here. And dog. And dog. Now is it me? I'm not sure. Let's see. Love them and leave them. Yeah. I see you in here, Ant Dog. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Ant Dog. See, there he is, but I can't hear him. And Deezy is in the heezy though. I think you may have to do something with your mic. Because when you come in here, I never can get your vocals. But somebody else will come in here and I can hear them. But it's good to see you came in here and attempted to kick it, Ant Dog. So if it's something you can do with the audio on your phone or wherever you're hitting me from, come back. Is that Ant Dog? No, this is my okay. Well, okay, I heard something. Ant Dog. Let me see. Ant Dog is back. Yo, is that fresh? I can't hear you, Fresh.
Hello?
Can you hear me, Fresh? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Man, what are these niggas? Man, what are these dudes doing, man? I can hear them, but they can't hear me. Well, I heard Fresh when he just came in on the phone. He was calling in. And Dog, do this. I'm gonna do this, and Dog. Let me see. And Dog, I'm gonna put this number up. I want you to call this number. See that number? Call that number, Ant Dog. Call that number right there. Call that number. Because I don't know why I can't get you in, like, and it just be when you come in here, something goes on. So I don't know if it's your service. I don't know. But you can call that number right there and talk to your dog. Roz girl scared to come in here. That's cool. That's cool. You can talk to him in the comments. Why? If you agree with me, let me know. Now, I know some of y'all may not be old enough, but that vintage porn is still available. It's still available. And I'm gonna tell you what was good. The vintage porn from the other countries like Romania, Bucharest, France, that was Italy, that was some good vintage porn. It left so much to the imagination. So much to the imagination that I can still use it today and be effective. Still get calls, or if I see somebody, they'll say, "You remember when we did this? You remember when we did that?" Yeah, I remember. It leaves long-lasting memories. It does. That's the old saying goes, put it on our mind. Put it on our mind. I'm trying to open up your thinking. Just like one of my slogans on the Bad Habits podcast, please subscribe to the Bad Habits podcast on YouTube and anchor.fm. Please subscribe to the Bad Habits podcast on YouTube and anchor.fm. Yeah, put it on our mind. Because sooner or later, that just laying up, it gets old and tired. And you'll start to see her distancing herself from you. You have to perform every day. It don't have to be full-on sex, full-on intercourse. You remember when you used to go to the movies with a girl and you hold on. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? What is up with this dude, man? What is up with Willie Fresh? Hold on, I'm gonna try to call him. I'm gonna try to call Willie Fresh. Man, I already got your number. Let me call Fresh. Let me see. I'm gonna talk to him. See, Willie's a younger cat. I'm gonna see what he talking about. One of my young students. Do 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 do. I'm calling Fresh.
I'm sorry, but the person you...
Oh, lame. He's not familiar with that number. Hold on, let me see here. 728-8098. 728-80. Yo! 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 Man, can you hear me, Fresh?
Hello?
Red, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, hello? Can you hear me? Man, I don't know what this is, but this is crazy. This is crazy. I can't get the calls, I can't get the audio, but y'all hear me right? My audio is good. Video is straight. Y'all are hearing what I'm saying. Losing Isaiah. What's up, Losing Isaiah? But I'm just saying, you easily lose your woman. You have to be on. What loser? Whatever that's about. But you have to be on stage every day. Salute, Lady Fresh. Salute. You have to be on stage every day. You got to give her something. You got to put it on her mind, man. But if you don't have a mind, if you're mindless, you won't be able to do that. And that's kind of the situation going on now. Old and young. A lot of these cats are wondering why they keep losing girlfriends or why they lose their wives. Especially you older guys. Because the older you get and the older she gets, she's gonna want to start more excitement. Like I'm saying, when she gets older, she's getting into her prime. She's getting into her prime. And if you're like getting bored to where you're coming home, sitting on the couch or watching TV, or it's just routine, it's a possibility she may start venturing out. Hold on, indigenous. That's why I go to the nursing homes, low energy, low muscle mass, but big accounts. Say, bruh, come on, man. Come on now. What is going on? Let's see. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Let's see what's going on here. Hello? Yo. Hold on, man. Hold on. Yo. Can you not hear me? Man, hold on. Oh, no, that's your shit, dude. I'm sitting up here hearing. I can hear you, but for some reason you can't hear me. I'm doing a show. I'm doing a show. Yeah, hit the. I'm gonna come on, and I'm gonna put the link up, and you hit the link. Just go to my channel. Who? Like you did last time. Go to the channel. I'm gonna put the link up. Hit the link, and you'll come in. How new today's porn is trash and boring. Porn. Oh, porn. Find it and get back at me, man. You sound like you smoking. All right. Yeah, nigga there, man. God dog, man. But I ain't in no hurry, no way. Let me put that back up. All right, here we go. Whatever. All right. Let's see where we at. Yeah. So, Rouse Girl, I keeps my DE wormer. What? Dewormer? Is that for the dogs? Dewormer? But anyway, this is what I'm getting at. This is why I say to the and this is what I don't like. And I've seen the scenarios. You go to you go in there, you see this girl half naked at one point. She's sitting on a couch. There's somebody off screen talking to her, talking about, wow, you're cute, you're lovely. Can we see, can you take your top off? And she's like, yeah, and okay, eventually some guy walks in, starts rubbing on her and squeezing on her, whatever. Then it just starts. No imagination, no nothing. And this is where we are in society. It's the quick fix. Old woman give you the worms. But here's the thing. I like an older finance woman. They're more risky. They'll do more risk. Because like I said, when they get to like their late 30s, their 40s and 50s, they're in their risk-taking stage sexually. When they're young too, but when they're young, that's when they're more impressionable. So it's the guy that's leading them. But see, you get with some of these older women and they'll initiate that shit. Now, when I was like, I'm trying, was I 28? When I was 28, I had this guy, he's like an OG to us. He's like an OG to us. And he was having like their school reunion. And we was gonna go meet him up there. We was just gonna go meet him up there and fuck with him. He was and this was an older class. So I'm gonna say these people were like late 30s, early 40s. I know I was like 27, 28. And we're sitting there talking. It's at a park. We're sitting there talking, and this one particular chick kept walking by. Nice, real dark, and I like them dark skin, nice body. Well, she's in her 38. I think they're like 38, almost 40, in their 40s or whatever. But she had a nice body. She had on this little black workout suit. And she's walking by. She got the little curly hair wrapped up, and she keeps walking by. And every time she walks by, we speaks and she speaks. So finally, I say, fuck it. I go over there and start talking to her, right? I start going over there and talking to her, because she was fine. But I'm thinking these people, they're old. I'm thinking these people are married. They got families and all this other shit. I get to talking to her, found out she had never been married. She had no kids. And I'm going to tell you another scenario after this. So I go over to her house because at this time, I'm selling cars. I'm a car salesman. Yeah, I was a car salesman at that time. So after I leave the car lot one night, she stayed like 15 minutes away. So I go over to her house. I go over to her house. And we're sitting out there talking. And next thing you know, we're fucking on the side of the house. We ain't talking about going in the bedroom. We was talking. We was in the garage. The garage door was open. So I'm thinking we would at least be in the garage. Shit, we on the side of the house fucking. We doggy style on the side of the house. And this woman is like damn near 40 years old. If she wasn't 40, because I think Cal was like in his 40s. This was like one of those older high school reunions. Shit, we on the side of the house getting down. I'm splacking, hitting her with the whopper chopper on side of the house. These older women initiate the risky shit. That's why, and I was saying this on Chaotic Truth Live, Labuto, you know him. I was saying this. Older women are more risky. They're more sexually aggressive at that stage. They take off when they're premenopausal. This is premenopausal. I don't know what that does chemically, biologically, but that's what happens, man. That's what happens. And me and this chick carried on for a while. In the garage, on side of the house. Man, she came to the car lot one night when I was closing. And shit started before I could leave the car lot. She's walking around with me while I'm checking cars to make sure everything is locked up and straight. She starts before we even leave the fucking car lot. Man, I missed them. Ooh, I missed them days. Yikes! Boy, the Whopper chopper was whopping and chopping, man. Now, I'm gonna go into another scenario. This is around the same time I sold cars for 2 years. For 2 years. Menopause. Yeah, but they're premenopause. When they're like in their, I guess, mid 40s to 50s, somewhere in there, between 45 and 55, that's when it starts. But that late 30s to 40s is when they really start getting at it. They really start getting at it. Some later, some it could be like in their 60s. It could be like in their 60s. But scientifically, it said that women reach their sexual prime later in life. That's science there. And you can see it by how they behave. So if you're not up to par with them, if you don't get freaky in your older years, you may be either you're gonna lose your wife or you're gonna have to deal with the fact that she steps out on you. And you know, there's a lot of older men that accept the fact that their wife may be stepping out on them. I couldn't live a life like that. I couldn't. I couldn't. But at the same time, I'm an old freaking nigga. Yes, indeedy. Feed the needy. That Whopper chopper, goddammit. Oh man, that's good. What you saying here? What you say? Lady Fresh, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, Lady Fresh. Lady Fresh, what you feel about what I'm talking about? Will Smith. Glizzy, say what you talking about Will Smith like that for, man? Come on now. I think Will Smith, man, he's been at such a high level as far as stardom. I don't think that really bothers him. I just don't. I think he's at his ultimate as far as start in life. He's at his ultimate, man. Stuff like that, that's base. And if she's behaving like that, that's because she's still a basic broad. She's really living off of his life, off of what he's left behind. She ain't really did nothing. I saw her, they did a remake of Creep, what is that? Tales from the Crypt. I'm like, I can't believe she did that shit. If you ever see the last remake of Tales from the Crypt, and she's in, I'm like, how did she even get that role? And then she has some lame ass rock and roll band. If they were living off of her career, shit, they might be bankrupt. Because he's the actual creative in that relationship. Say Lady Fresh said we ain't got them problems over here. Well, Lady Fresh, can you or Fresh Breezy come in here and share a scenario or give some insight or expand on what you just said? Lady Fresh, is that a possibility? Let me put the link up. Bam, there it is. Can you come in and expound on what you just said? I know y'all just let me see. Let me see. What Indigenous said, maybe her son's boyfriend, but she slept with him. Yeah. One foot in the bed, huh? Where the other foot? Where the other foot? Left foot. I'm just saying. But as far as Will and Jada, I think she's still I think she's still trying to be that star, but she's actually just she's really living under his shadow. So it's really just her screaming and shouting, "Hey, I'm a star too." No, you're not. Yeah, you are a career actress. You are a career actress. We have seen you in movies and television shows. But you're not the star that Will Smith is. And that little stardust is sprinkling on you. So that's why you have that popular Facebook series and why you get some of the little roles you get. Because some roles you've been in, I don't think you should have been in. And I've happened to come across some of the things you've been in by accident, by flipping channels. So you doing that in perfect example. How old is Jada Pinkett Smith? Perfect example. Perfect example. You wait till you get that old and start messing with that young 20-year-old boy like that. Come on now. Let's not fool each other. Damn, Indigenous just went hard. F that bald-headed B. It's 10-1 in a man's favor out here. Buy another wheel, shaking my head. Yeah. And this is the thing with Will Smith. Will Smith can have women all over the planet. We're lucky to just be able to meet a fine one at Walmart or at the sports bar or something like that. And I'm just talking about escapades. I'm not talking about starting relationships and shit. I'm just talking about just a little escapade. Will Smith can have them from across the globe. He is a global superstar. Everybody knows who he is. You see him on his Instagram and whatever else in different parts of the world doing all these stunts, jumping off mountains and skydiving and stuff. He's what, 55? He's at the height of his mental awareness, mental life. That's small to him. Her doing what she's doing, that's small to him. And ain't no telling, man, he might have the baddest broad over there in freaking Morocco, a bad French broad. He ain't worried, man, please. Oh, hood Baltimore ass. Shit, she lucky that I let her slide with that August Alsina shit. She better step in line. I'm getting off topic, man. Kid Murray and the Heezy. Kid Murray, today's porn is trash and boring. Do you agree or not? Or do you even occasionally watch porn? Occasionally. Because like I'm saying, I prefer vintage porn. And here's the thing. Like I said, I was introduced to it by watching the softcore porn on these subscription television services that they provided back in the late 80s, starting in the late 80s. But now, like I said, those versions were the edited versions. Now I'm starting to see the hardcore versions of those movies I watched back then on the internet. I'm seeing them on the internet. I'm like, I remember this movie. This is one of these movies. And the hardcore version, man, the scenarios with the hardcore version makes it even better now that I'm older. Because you're thinking like, okay, they're going finna go through this little movie role and do this. Then all of a sudden, it leads to this sexual escapade in the woods. A happen chance passing in a hallway turns into a little freak section in a session in a broom closet. A doctor's office visit, a drive to the grocery store, taking your car to the auto mechanic. The stuff you see now that tries to imitate that, the new raw stuff, it doesn't come close because it's too quick. They get into it too quick. The words, the scripting, it doesn't lead up. It doesn't leave anything to the imagination. Not at all. And then the little, I know I'm getting into deep. Then the little side shots. You want to know what a little side shot is? What I remember from these vintage porn movies, like, okay, you're looking at a scene, right? You're looking at a scene, and you see these two people. They're talking. They're having dialogue. So you think, okay, what's going to happen here? So they try to find a little spot now, and they open up a door, and you see this other couple, and you see this lady giving fellatio to this man in this door. They just open up. They're like, oh, excuse me. Boom. You're like, damn. All the little tricky, sneaky stuff they had besides the main activity. There was always this little sneaky stuff on the side, these little quick hot shots of other people doing other things, like walking in the woods and turning a corner in the woods, and you seeing two. Now they looking at two people. These two people over there doing something. They're like, oh, and then next thing you know, they looking at them, and it turns them on so much to work. Now they are doing it, and then they turn it into a flip flop session. What? Today's porn, they turn around and got a fist in their fisting. Yeah. They have, see, this is the thing. This is the thing. They can't create the scenarios and the build up like the vintage movies do. So they're thinking of how far can we go? How gross can we get? That's where we are now. That's why you have this ghetto gagger stuff, and yeah, like you said, the fisting and all this stuff. Why? Because they don't know how to do dialogue that plays with the people's minds, that intrigues the people, before the actual act. So it's not about how can we bring them in or intrigue them and draw them along. Now it's like, let's give them something shocking. Boom. So now you have somebody gagging and throwing up on the floor. You have somebody, some black chick getting gangbanged by a bunch of guys with t-shirts with Confederate flags on them. Yeah, you see stuff like this because now it's about shock value. Foreplay is dangerous these days. Yeah, for them, yeah. But it don't have to be if you can create the right scenario. If you put it on her mind, like, say, we can do this right here. She like, what? She gonna say, what? She might say, no. Then you keep edging and edging, and then you start kind of rubbing, kind of rubbing and feeling on it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Say, come on, right now. She's like, what you talking about? Then you start, the next thing you know, now you put it in her mind. Does he really think we can do it here? And then this is the real part. After you do it, she's like, I can't believe we just did that. I can't believe we did that in there. You know, I wasn't gonna say this, but I once had a sexcapade in a dressing room. Yeah, in a dressing room. I'm at freaking Burlington with somebody I was seeing. I'm with Burlington. I'm trying on clothes. And I said, say, come. So while I'm in there trying on clothes, I call her on the phone while I'm in the dressing room. I said, say, come in here, come in here. She's like, what are you talking about? I said, come in here. I said, come here. I said, no, come in here. But see, this is the thing. What I like is that she was already kind of game anyway, because we was already doing a little naughty. I like that word, naughty. We was already doing a little naughty stuff anyway. So I know she was already game. But now when I told her to come in there, because she already know what I was talking about, she's like, what, wait a minute. So now she's like, wait, because she's trying to find a way to where she can get back there. So I hear some little conversation at the front, and then here she comes. She's saying my name. So I wanted to come in there. Hey, it was like 5 to 7 minutes of just a little freaky fun. And it's always, I can't believe you had me do that. I can't believe we did that. Something else. Now it's on her mind. You got to put it on her mind, man. You got to. You can't just be some old lame ass nigga that every time you get to the house and now you all of a sudden want to come in when you're in the bedroom, or maybe she's naked and in the shower and you want to come in there and take your clothes and say, oh, what's going on? Those are that's the mediocre. That's the mediocre. That doesn't leave anything to the imagination. Yeah, a little shower sex, that's cool. A little shower sex, that's cool. Nothing against that. But it can become routine. That's what I'm saying. It can become routine, especially if you don't have the mind to create these scenarios in your daily life. It's what makes life fun. You don't have to go to fucking swinger parties and all this other shit that's being done now. Now you got all these black swinger clubs just because people are bored and not using their minds. Swinger clubs ain't nothing but a bunch of private rooms. Sometimes and I went to an accident. It turned into that. It wasn't meant for that. It turned into that. But when you go to these things, it's still just beds and it's arranged. That's what takes the thrill out of it. It's arranged. I'm serious. Niggas are paying upwards to $100 just to attend these swinger parties. The females, some of the females can get in free because that's what they want. It's catered to them. But niggas are paying upwards to $100. And some of them niggas go in there and they don't even smash on nothing because ain't none of the females feeling them. That is a sad, you know what? That is a sad scenario. You go to a swinger club, which is meant for this sexual, it's meant for that, and none of the females are feeling you. And in a lot of these swinger clubs, it's usually a lot of women in there, like they're these late 30s, 40s. Yeah, they're not, you go and they're not feeling you. I don't like, number one, I don't go to traditional clubs anymore. I go to the sports bar every now and then. I go down, like downtown in certain districts where you can still have a good time and you ain't got to go in there and just sit up. I'm not going to be the old man in the club. It's not happening. It's not happening. It is not happening. Maybe I'll go to a happy hour. What's up, Jay Savage? Maybe I'll go to a happy hour or something like that. But I'm not finna be the old ass nigga in the club looking off beat and shit. That ain't happening. As a matter of fact, when I was young, this is the thing, when we was younger, shit, parking lot pimping. It was suckers going up in the club, being up in a 3 and 4 hours, leaving, and we picking up chicks in the parking lot. We sitting on the back of the car talking and tripping and puffing and drinking. We ain't going in there. And chicks coming out the club talking about, why y'all ain't go in? We ain't got to go in there. And then they come over there with us and start chiefing with us or whatever. And this is when I was younger. Because when I smoke, I don't smoke with guys. I cut that out a long time ago when I smoke, which is occasionally. I don't puff with guys. I'm not gonna be sharing a blunt with guys. I like to smoke with a female because I know it's gonna be a situation. It's gonna be a situation. And I love when females chief and they get freaky, get naughty. I like that word, naughty. Oh, and this is another word I like from back in those days, buxom. When a female was buxom, the buxom babes, when they had those nice asses and titties set up, they called them buxom. the buxom babes of whatever. But yeah, you think I'm finna sit up and smoke with a bunch of niggas when all these bad bras are smoking? Get a chick to slow dance so she can feel the real while dancing. You know what, indigenous? These chicks don't slow dance no more. The last time I went to like these popular clubs, these popular dance clubs, and now early, because when I stopped going, and the last time I was going to the happy hours, which is 5 to 8, which is when most of the I guess the more mature crowd is there after happy hour, because it's the more mature crowd that still has jobs, that still works jobs and all that. So hold on, what the hell Jay Savage is talking about? You sprinkle them smokes with a little something extra. No. And you know what, Jay Savage, a lot of times they would bring it. They would bring it. I like when I meet a little fine broad and she'll say, you smoke? I was like, yeah, I chill a little bit. Yeah. See, I already know what it is. I know what it is. So we can go out to the lake. Yeah, we can go out to the lake. We got a lake over here we got plenty of lakes over here, but the one I like is White Rock. We got White Rock Lake, and she chief. We get out there and chief, and I know I'm gonna get a good servicing at the lake. White Rock Lake has been on Cheaters several times. The show Cheaters, plenty of people have been caught on Cheaters at White Rock Lake in Dallas. Or Bachman Lake. Oh man. That's where you go. It don't care if you're still in the car, you can walk out once it gets dark. No trees, man, and you ain't the only one there. Believe me, people out there getting naughty. Naughty. Yeah. Ask Ross girl if she ever got her hoodie. What hoodie? What you talking about, Jay Savage? Ross girl, you know what he talking about? What is the hoodie? Is that some kind of slang for something? Are you talking some kind of sexual term, hoodie? What you talking about, Jay Savage? Say, I'm zooming. I'm zooming on the Miller High. Give me that Miller High Life, doctor. Oh man. Let me do something here. But that's what I'm talking about. What you talking about, Jay Savage? What you laughing for? Yeah, but after man, I stopped puffing and chiefing with dudes. There you go. The champagne of beers. Hell yeah. Get you right. Shit. Rosger says, I don't know. Oh, I know. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said before, pimping ain't dead. Y'all just scared. Is this a topic that is just too much for you? Is it? Is it? Because my goal on the Bad Habits podcast, my goal is to set your thinking on fire. I'm here to kill the cliches that you let govern your daily life. Really. Because if you don't expand on your thought, then you're just going to keep repeating the same mistakes, the same failing scenarios. Hold on, let me see if I get Ant Dog in here. Now there he is.
All right,
there
man.
you go. There you go. Talk to me quick.
Hold on, man. Hold on, man.
Ant Dog in the heezy. We got Ant Dog.
What's up? What's up?
What was going on with the audio, Ant Dog?
Oh, my stuff was on block.
Oh,
I got it straight now. Yeah, I've been trying to get up here for a couple of times.
Yeah, and every time I was like, I can't hear. I can see, but I couldn't hear you. So,
Right.
Ant Dog, what do
What's
you
up?
think? What do you think of this topic? What is what
You-
do you agree or disagree, and in what aspect?
I agree. I agree. It ain't like it used to be.
Exactly.
It ain't.
What's
It's
up?
just straight smashing.
Yeah. David Beast
No
420,
plot,
salute, bro.
no plot, no nothing.
No, nothing is left to the imagination.
No.
That's why I'm like, man, if I was half my age, I would be just killing. I would really be killing. Because here's the thing. If you see a lot of these young chicks out, they're listening to female rappers, but they're also listening to old school R&B. They're listening to Jodeci. They're listening to Silk. They're listening to Tank. They're listening to all this R&B from the 90s and the early 2000s. And these are young chicks. They're wanting that, but these new dudes, they can't relate.
They can't sing. Niggas can't sing no more, man. You can't serenade a woman. They don't know none of that shit.
Yeah. And this is why cats that are performing now, like Chris Brown, Trey Songz. Is that the Balcones? Is that what that is?
That's that wild turkey.
Oh no!
That 101. That 101.
Whoa! You done took it to the wild turkey.
Oh yeah, man. It's that time of the year.
That was one of my dad's favorite drinks, wild turkey. That was one of his favorites.
Mine, me and my brothers, man. On every holiday, we get a fifth and go at it.
You know me, I'm the Jack Daniels, man. But yeah, my dad used to drink that wild turkey. Him and his partner Earl. He had a partner Earl. They get in the truck, drive over to South Dallas, and come back with some wild turkey and sit in the front yard talking shit. Man, I remember them days. Now, Ant Dog, I said something earlier because we was talking about chiefing, and I say I don't really chief with a bunch of dudes no more. I prefer to chief with a female.
I ain't got no dude friends.
Yeah.
No.
And I still see these cats. They be sitting around and smoking about 3 or 4 of them, and they passing it around. I'm like, man, you know, I don't judge them. It's just my preference. I would rather smoke with a nice little old sexy female because I know it's gonna get loose.
Hey, it's going to another level.
Exactly. And for some reason, when you're chiefing with her, it seems like it goes longer. You're just like, damn, man, longer and stronger.
Enjoyable.
Yeah. I learned that when I like, man, I ain't finna be smoking with no dudes, man. I'm been chiefing with these ladies, man. And these ladies like to chief more than these cats, really.
Hey,
They do. They do. And the reason why is because they like something to stimulate their mind. Real talk. Because I know Rod's girl chief. They like the stuff that stimulates their mind. So just think they got the chief and a dude that actually can create this stuff for them. Man, they're like, shit. Hell yeah. They'll be calling you the next day talking about, shit, you something else. You something else. You know how they do when they had that night? You something else. You can't be over here laughing. Yeah.
That reminiscing, boy, they be fucking them up.
Yeah.
They want it again.
Again, yeah. So they call you. So when it gets time for Friday,
replay.
There you go. They calling you Friday talking about what you doing?
What you doing?
What you got up? What you got up? I'm like, no, what you think about, baby? What's on your mind? What's on your mind about me?
That's it. You want that instant replay.
Young cats like Kid Murray don't know nothing about that, man. But Kid Murray, you good anyway. You good anyway. You got your lady there with you, man. But I'm gonna tell you, Kid Murray, if you keep just going through the same machinery type routine,
tell them go to a secluded area at night.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a different. Oh, it's a whole new different level.
Yeah, exactly. And that gets their mind open about
you got to talk them into it though.
Exactly. And see, that's
I got one for you. I got one for you.
That's the fun part.
I got one for you. It's back in 91. I was in Chicago.
Ooh, go ahead. And then I'm gonna tell you a story about 91.
And met up with I went there on a vacation, hook up with my brother, hang out. Had a little thing going on about a female, so
okay,
go check it out.
All right.
So I get up there, meet, we chit chat, smoke, drink. It was at night, so next day we, made some plans. So we got to talking, hooking up, drinking. So I said, let's ride out. Let's go to a park. It's about 10. Ain't no park open. Ain't no park open. We'll find a park somewhere.
Okay.
So we ride around, park. No park open. Climbed the fence. Got over the fence. She kind of got hung up in the fence. Throwed her on over the fence.
Yeah.
Act like she was hurt. Oh, you all right? Come on. In the park they got that thing go like this.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Go like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a beautiful evening.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you about the park that's even more fun at night. That big ass, the slide with all the different little parts to it. You can slide this way, you go up in the little wood thing. Oh,
yes, sir.
Rich Bleezy. Let me get
what's up, dog?
Rich Bleezy, what's up, man?
What's happening, dog?
What's happening? We're here kicking it, man. I'm glad you could join me. I'm glad, man. What's going on with you, Rich? You like the conversation?
Yeah, I was looking at your title.
Definitely. Yeah, I went in on that last night on Labudo stuff, man. I kind of did a little primer on that. So I want you to expound on what I'm saying. Today's porn is trash and boring compared to vintage porn.
It is actually, because yeah, that kind of like got me. It is right. We got chicks spitting on your shit, spitting on you and shit. I'm not into that, right? I'm from the old school. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
motherfucker,
We three
don't spit
nasty
on
old
me.
men on the panel, and we'll take your girl, Jay Savage. Believe that. We'll take your girl. If you ain't got your thinking up, if your mind ain't right and you can't create scenarios for her, we'll take your girl. Don't bring your girl around me.
That's right. That's right.
I take her around. I take her around the corner and say, "Hey, look at this. Look." She's like, "Oh, you'll lose your girl, Jay Savage."
Hey, Ivan, I gotta ask you, what do you
What's
think
up?
about all this spitting shit on this porn nowadays? What's your take on it?
That's what I'm saying. Because they can't create these scenarios, they're doing
Right?
the grossest shit. They're doing the grossest shit. Like somebody was talking about fisting, and then we got these ghetto gaggers because they can't use their mind. They think doing all this gross stuff is what it's about when it's really not. If you can go back to those vintage porn films and see all these scenarios they were creating, and I don't know if it's budget reasons or what, you don't have to do all that. Because sitting up there and making a girl gag till she throws up and then make her eat the vomit and then spit it on your dick and start saying, I'm like, what is this, man?
That shit turns me off. It turns me off.
Exactly. I'm like, what is it? And then I've seen some where they have like 10 dudes and they got on these Confederate flag t-shirts and it's a black chick in there sucking them all off.
Right now, I've seen that shit, right? Certain ones, I gotta admit, I do kind of like. But some of it's like the throw up shit and all the spitting and the throw up. It's just like they go too far with the throw up and all the gagging. It's just like, ew.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not into that, dog. I'm just not into that part.
Dude, they're doing, and it is because they can't create. So they're just getting as gross as possible. And that's what it comes down to. Lack of creativity.
Yes.
Budgeting is just trying to do the quickest, most grossest thing. It's going to be to a point to where actual violence in porn is going to be more acceptable. People are going to be want to see people cut each other with knives and then start having sex and shit like that. It's just gonna get
come and go. Come
Yeah.
and go. She gonna come and I'm gonna kill her right after. She gonna come and go.
Yeah, there you go. It's gonna be like I guarantee you they're gonna create a porn version of Squid Game. I guarantee you that's coming. I guarantee you.
Oh, yeah, I can see that too. I can actually see it. Now I'm used to like chicks like the old school porn, like Ebony Yays and Vanessa Del Rio.
Exactly.
Like that.
Yeah, Vanessa Del Rio has some of the baddest scenes in vintage porn. Oh my God, man. Oh my God.
And there's another chick too. It's not popping in my head right now. Something Jenny something.
I know who you're talking about. You talking about the light-skinned chick with the long curly hair?
Yes. Jenny Pepper.
I know who you're talking about.
I think it's Jenny Pepper.
Yeah, she's one of the first. I'm gonna tell you something. Those black chicks from those early vintage porn, man, they went hard, dude.
Yeah.
They went hard.
Hell yeah.
And here's the thing. Back then, they actually looked like real movie stars, like they could be in movies.
They didn't
look like a bunch of strippers. You know what I'm saying, on camera.
Right.
They look like fucking movie stars. Now these chicks just got these big inflated butts and tits, look like they're on the stripper pole, like they go from the stripper pole to the porn scene and back to the stripper pole.
Well, they didn't have all the tats and all that shit either. You know, you can actually see their body with all tatted up and shit. You
Yep.
know, I don't. Some people like tats, but I mean, there's certain. I mean, especially if you are brown or dark skinned girl, you got to get you some red and white tats. All that green shit.
Dabbing Beast, what is snuff? What is snuff films, man? Rich Mo like chicks with
What?
Somebody said Dabbing B says Rich Mo like chicks with dicks porn. That's what he says. See, this is why I did this late. This is why I'm doing this show late. This is the adult hours. Just like when we
Right.
used to watch the subscription services, the adult movies came on after 9, after 10. So that's why I did it like this.
That's right.
Rich,
Yeah, I
man,
remember
this
that.
dude's going hard. Rich Mo is waiting for Eddie Winslow and Sydney Star. Oh God, dog. Dabbing is going hard on somebody. Dabbing, what's going on with you and Rich Mo? What is that about? So Ant Dog
What's up?
gave me one of his freaky scenarios. Rich Bleezy,
Yo,
what's one of your freaky scenarios outside of a bedroom?
outside of a bedroom.
Yeah.
No, it's actually one of my freaky scenarios. You talk about personally?
Yeah.
Shit. Catching me a little bubble butt who's close and bending that motherfucker over the bed and just stabbing it. Shit.
Now, outside of the bedroom,
Yeah.
I said outside the bedroom.
Oh, you
Yeah, I
said
mean,
out over, but you said you bent her over the bed.
oh, okay, that was her bed. It wasn't mine.
Man, I have, and I'm serious, because of those vintage softcore porn movies that I used to watch, all these scenarios in my head, man, I've done some of the most fun, enjoyable. And the thing about it is, the females liked it. Like I said, I can go somewhere, and if I see somebody from back in the day, they'll say, hey, they'll come and hug me, and they'll say, you remember when we did that, when we did this? They love it, man. They love it. And some of these chicks are married now.
Okay, you mentioned outside the bedroom. I got another one for you. I
Go
took
ahead.
a chick to the park. Got me some head, bent her over behind the car, beat that shit up, then drove off a little bit. And she had to chase me butt naked. Her clothes was in the car, right? I let her chase me for a while, right? Then I let her get in.
Hey,
That was exciting. Nigga, she was taking off behind my goddamn SUV, looking trying to get in, right? But
wait, why you leaving, Rich? Why you leaving though?
I just wanted to do it. I didn't leave her. I just let her chase me for a minute. You know, like a dog chasing the mailman. Shit, fucking chase me for a minute. Oh shit!
Zach Lee in the
Slapping
building,
all
man.
over the
Zach
place.
Lee. I think Zach Lee in here bombing on Jay Savage. Man, boy, they be going. Hey, y'all go ahead, man. I don't have nothing against moderators. I just don't do it. I don't get into it like that, man. I just come over here and kick it, man. Somebody done came in here trolling some I don't know who that was. Was popping, Zach Lee. Was pizzopping, my G.
Damn.
But here's the thing, man. Man, I've had so many escapades. So many.
I bet you have. You a G, motherfucker.
Man, I've taken chicks in the bathrooms at community colleges, man.
Done had them? She done had them? How many she had?
Oh,
Really? What color are they?
Kid Murray, come in and talk on it, man. You got a scenario, Kid Murray?
So who was the
here
dad?
to set
That
your
white dog?
thinking on fire.
The old white dog? Yeah, that's what I thought.
What, you had some puppies over there?
Neighbor do downstairs.
Man, these cats in here going hard body.
But,
It's just too many. Rise Girl, where the ladies at? Rise Girl.
they're a bunch of Sooners though.
I don't want Lady
Hey,
Fresh to come in. Fave was in here. What's up?
Ivy, you starting to bring us some stories now. I remember I had a chick in San Francisco, and then right next to the ballpark, there's a little miniature ballpark. I remember bending her over right by that miniature ballpark and tearing that shit up. And then what's crazy was I'm seeing this is at nighttime, right?
Yeah.
And I'm seeing rats run behind me. I'm like, and I'm tearing their ass up, right? I'm like, fuck it. Actually, that added a little flavor. Fuck it. It was
Damn.
it was some real hood shit.
Let me give you a scenario, man. Let me give y'all a scenario, man. I used to work at this building, man, right? I had this job, corporate, you know, I've been working corporate America for a while, right? So I used to have this little chick, we used to mess around, right? We was already kicking it, but we used to mess around. So one day, we in the parking garage. We coming from lunch. We in the park, so we walking through the parking garage. So in the parking garage, you walk in, there's these stairs, but the stairs got these little spaces that are dark up under them.
The stairwell.
Yeah, so yeah, the stairwell. So that's these little up under the stairs. There was these little concrete slabs that you could sit on if you want to, and it's real dark up under the stairs. Plus the lights ain't on. So while we're walking in these stairs, I pull her because, man, she had on these fucking, and she was fine as fuck. I love a fine dark-skinned broad with a big round ass. I'm serious. I do. That's crack to me. That's crack. Dark-skinned women are my crack, especially when they're fine as fuck. Dark-skinned women are my crack. So she had on these tight fitting slacks with these pinstripes in them, and she had this, and her ass was so round to where the pinstripes kind of went out. So I pull her up under the stairs and I start fucking with her. She's like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? We gonna be late. What are you doing?" I said, "Fuck no." I said, "Say, come on." So I'm messing with her pants. I'm rubbing on her. I'm kissing on her neck and shit. She's like, "Stop. We gotta go." I said, "No." I said, "Say, be quiet. So she finally just stopped crying. I unbuckled her belt, unzipped the pants, put them down. Man. And when that ass fell out of them slacks, it was like I had never seen it before. We already messing around. But this was like some whole new action. That ass just fell out of them.
Whole new perspective.
Yes. The ass just fell out of them slacks. And I'm like, damn. She looked back at me to what? I'm like, shit. And I'm like, and we true story. And we sitting, so I'm up in her. I run up in her. So we in there for about like 10 minutes. I was 10 to 5 minutes. Dude, I let off on her cheeks. I pulled out and let off on her cheeks. And we were so late that we was gonna be late. I took off and went on down the stairs so I could get in the office on time. Dude, she was so mad that she was mad at me. She kept sending me message telling me, "You wrong." She kept saying that she wouldn't say nothing because this is the intra-office like messaging. So she kept sending me message telling me, "You wrong. So when we got off work and I'm talking to her, I say, "Why you kept saying I was wrong?" She said, "Because you took off and I didn't have nothing to wipe off with. I had to pull my pants up and you left all that shit on my ass." Dude.
Came through the pants.
Shit on her ass.
She was
Man.
mad. She was like, that shit was sticking to me all through work. I had to finish work with that shit on me. You don't know how that shit felt. I was like, babe, I'm sorry, but I was trying to get back. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't pissed for long. She wasn't pissed for long. And when she looked back at it, she was laughing about it. But at that time, she was hot about that shit. Boy, I had me rolling. She said, you left all that shit on me. I had to pull my pants up. So just think she's walking around the rest of the day at work with the G's all on the underwear and soaking
All on
through.
my head.
She enjoyed it, and she would
Ran
do it
through him,
again.
ran through him. Ran through him, man. These cats say, simply because you cats do not have you. And you know what? I'm not gonna just bag on the younger cats because it's older dudes out here that don't just have that. They don't have that thinking. So they, like I said earlier, they're ending up losing consistency. Still old, still having girlfriends and losing them, losing wives. This is what's going on. You're not adding that spice to your marriage, so your wife is stepping out on you. That's a horrible feeling. I could imagine that is a horrible feeling. What Jay Savage say? Does $2
It has to be.
haircuts in my damn? Jay Savage say exactly give $2 haircuts in his mama backyard. Wait, what do you? Jay Savage. Wait a minute, hold on, Zach Lee. I saw that. This nigga here said does $2 haircuts in his mama's backyard. Say, man, niggas is going hard up in here. Hard in the paint, DJs, LGB induction ceremonies. Woo, man. I guarantee you, man, I done had some scenarios, man. I done had some fun, man. And I don't know about where y'all at, but in Dallas, these bras are super freaky, man. I'm gonna
No,
say
the
Texas.
more you talk, let me tell you something, dog. The more you talk, the more I think about my endeavors, right?
Go ahead, because I can run them off. I can just run them off the head. The shit I done.
Shit, I be forgetting about the motherfuckers, right? But then I hear you talk, I'll be like, I'll say this shit. I'll be like, God damn. I done had so many asses cracked open. Oh my God.
But I'm gonna tell y'all what's even better. What can be even better? What can be even better? Getting a hand job in a public place.
Like a movie theater, maybe. Yeah.
No. That's easy. That's easy. That's easy.
That's in the dark.
No. I'm gonna give you a scenario. Okay, my commute. I had this job where my commute to work, I would park at the train station, jump on the train because the job was downtown. I didn't like driving downtown because of the parking. So I would park at a train station and jump on the train. So it was this was another place I worked, and it was this chick that I was messing with at the job. And me and her had a couple of escapades, but I'm gonna tell you about this one. So she was like, well, what you doing after work? I said, well, you know what's up. So she wanted to go to my spot. She wanted to go to the crib with me after work. And man, she had on this, dude, I remember this day. She had on this green skirt with this split up in the rear, the split up the back of the skirt. And she had these pretty ass legs. She used to wear her hair short and red, different colors and shit. But she had a nice ass, and she used to wear these tight skirts with these heels. So this day she had on this green skirt with this split going up the back of it. And all day long, I remember all day long, I kept hitting on the ass, squeezing on the ass. At lunch, I'm just rubbing and squeezing on that ass all day long, right? So after work, we go over to the train station, jump on the train. She puts her jacket over my dick Damn, am I saying that? I hope you two don't do it. She puts her jacket over my dick and gives me a hand job while we on the train all the way to get my car. Nigga, I left so much fucking nut on that fucking jacket, it was a shame.
I bet you did, shit.
Hey, she put some fucking scented lotion on my dick and jacked me off. Some fucking peppermint. Yeah, it was fucking peppermint lotion on my dick and jacked me off while we went to where my car was parked at the train station, all the way from downtown, all the way into Oak Cliff, man. That was one of the best hand jobs I ever had. Now I've had some good hand jobs, but that ranks in the top 5. I guarantee you that. Shit, man.
That because the whole situation.
Yeah. Nigga, she had that jacket, man. I nut all on that jacket. Then she gonna get to my house with that nut. Talking about you can have that jacket. Oh, what the fuck I'm gonna do with that jacket? Shit.
Trash.
Oh, it's lovely, man. I say, man, I sure hate this. Man, I hope no. J7 say, man, y'all go at it, man. What Indigenous talking about? Oh, he said, hello, Dabbin. Hello, what's up? I'm gonna put the link in here again. Y'all to come in here, man. Y'all scared. Pimpin' ain't dead. Y'all just scared, man. Shit, what's going on? Oh, Rich back out. Rich in and out. Rich must don't want it must be somebody home with Rich and he don't want her to hear that shit.
Hey. Did you notice he was in the car?
Oh, he was in the car? I didn't notice that. Wait, here you go. There you go.
No, you know what happens when somebody calls me? When I get a phone call, I can't hear shit. And it fucks everything up. Yeah, it knocks me out. It fucks everything up.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something else. When I worked out in the city in San Francisco, I was the boss. But anyway, I had a chick who drove a bus.
Yeah.
And I used to go meet her at lunch breaks, and every time she had some big ass titties and some big old ass. And I'm talking about I used to have freak sex, and then big ass whole bunch by itself is empty, and the motherfuckers be walking by and watch. I think she used to like that. People walk by and see it, right?
Yeah.
She used to like that, titties flapping around.
Hey,
I think she was into that shit. No, it was like, and I'm sitting there pumping away, right? you get some motherfuckers walking by looking in. But this is the city, though. That shit normal.
Damn.
Oh,
man, we just talking this shit about the man say. This is what I'm talking about, man. Scenarios. You have to create these. You got to put when you say you got to put it on her mind. You got to. They want it constantly. You have to put on a show every day. You have to bring some new creativity into it. You can't think you can just do the same old thing and keep these women. You can't.
No, actually, you can't. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. Man, I used to, when I was staying over in my first apartment in the Cliffs, man, shoot, I had a little chick come over there, dude. Man, I would screw on the balcony. We would go on the balcony, man. My bedroom.
Oh, I remember that shit too.
Yeah. Shit,
that was some of my first endeavors, right? Yeah. Going to a hotel, pull the ass on the balcony butt naked, and getting it on, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I'd be like, getting the I said, nah, come on, let's go out here. Let's go out here. Shit, even when we in the bedroom, I would make her go. I say, I'll fuck in the closet. I say, come here. I make her suck my dick in the closet just for the fuck of it. Man, let me tell you one of my most shameful though. This is what I'm ashamed about. This is my most shameful escapade.
Oh shit! You ashamed of something, dog?
Yeah, nah, this is my
Never be ashamed.
This is my most shame. No, I'm serious, and it ain't really me. It was the female. Oh, he went out. Oh, he's back in. it was more shame on the female than with me, right?
Shame.
Okay, so I met this little young chick. Well, she was younger than me, but I was like maybe 25, 24, 25, right? So where I lived at the time, there was this Kentucky Fried Chicken that was like right around the corner. I could just walk right around the corner and go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? So I go in there one day and it's this bad little cutie pie working at Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I'm like, damn, while I'm waiting on my order, I do a little small talk. And I'm like, man, we talking about, because we both from the Cliff. So I'm like, where you went to school? She told me where she went. I told her, well, I went to SOC, and we get to talking. I get her number, right? I get her number. So like 3 or 4 days later, she comes around to my house and we smash, right? We smash. So find out later that she has a daughter, but her daughter is sick or handicapped, right? She has an issue. So we kicking it like a month. And I met her daughter once. She drove to the house one day and her daughter was in the back seat and she had these braces on her legs and shit, right? So about a month after that, she had to take her daughter to the hospital, to Children's Hospital. So she calls me and she asked me, can I just come up and just sit with her while her daughter was in the hospital? So I'm like, cool. So I drive down to the hospital. I go up in the room. So we just up in there talking and the little girl is in a bed sleep. She's asleep because it's at night. Dude, why did this chick take me into the bathroom and suck me off? Why this little girl is asleep? Dude, I felt so funny about that, man.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't think I would have felt funny. Fuck it.
Say, Rich, slow down, man.
I don't think I would have felt sorry, dog.
Man, this girl is sitting, she's having some kind of issue. And I'm thinking, damn, her mama just, I'm like, what the I'm sitting up. It took me a while to even get my shit up because I was feeling so funny about this. I'm like, that little girl is handicapped, she's sick. And her mom done pulled me in the bathroom that's in the room. Done pulled me in the bathroom and is blowing me off.
Well, you know what? Yeah, her mama sensed it. You were feeling uncomfortable, so she wanted to make you comfortable.
But Rich.
Yo.
About 3 or 4 minutes later, I got comfortable. The Whopper Chopper got comfortable.
So you felt bad about it?
At first, because I'm in the hospital, I'm looking at this little girl in the bed sleep. The little girl has already got the little girl is like handicapped. She has an issue, and she could barely talk. She was like just like a real handicapped child. I forgot what the condition was, but she's in the hospital, and I'm like, man, we're in the hospital. And this little girl is in the bed. The girl had to be like 4 or 5. And like, she's pulling me in the bathroom and she's finna blow me off. I was kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, that is.
No, that has to be the best place to get some head is in the hospital. You complaining.
Hey, believe me, Rich, I settled in. It took about 3, maybe 5 minutes at the most, but I finally settled in because she kept playing. She kept playing with it, kept squeezing. You know how they do the twisting? She kept doing that, and I finally settled in.
You know how motherfuckers are listening and saying, shit, nigga, I was in your shoes.
Hey, Rich, I hate to sound bad, but I'm thinking, shit, fuck that handicap shit.
Yeah. You sound like you got a conscience. Fuck that shit. Straighten me out.
Oh, man. Just talking about it, I feel horrible, man. I feel horrible, Rich. I feel horrible, Rich.
I feel good for you. I feel good for you.
Quick Vic. What's up, Quick? Quick Vic says, Ivan, look who popped in after they heard their name. Oh, man, y'all on Jay Savage, man. Jay Savage and the Heezy, Zach Lee, Quick Vic. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all chopping it up with me, man. Do you guys, everybody that came in here late, do you feel today's porn is boring and trash as compared to vintage porn? And you younger guys, I want you to check out some late 70s, early 80s porn. Check out the porn, Vanessa Del Rio. Perfect. Anybody.
Yeah, she
Vanessa
the main
Del Rio.
one.
Yeah, Vanessa Del Rio,
Yep.
Sika, Lisa DeLeo, Annette DeHaven, or as far as the guy, the movies Ron Jeremy made. Remember Ron Jeremy?
Oh yeah, Ron Jeremy. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Them sisters used to love Ron Jeremy too, right?
Yeah, Ron Jeremy. Yeah, the movies he made. Check. Yeah,
Yeah, right.
we're talking about those when they were in their prime. We ain't talking about
Right.
when he old and sloppy. I think they locked him up for some shit. Women complaining, but back when they were in their prime. So I'm gonna say late 70s, between 78 and 85. I'm gonna just say it like that. That was some of the best skin flicks you would ever see.
Yeah,
And if you're from
it,
New
it
York,
was.
if you're from New York, you know about the red light district where all the skin flick little theaters was, the little coin theaters and all that. You should know about that. You should know about that, man. And I'm
No,
telling you,
this new shit actually, this new shit, dog, it nullifies you. It's just like there's no holds barred with this new shit. Is they just go beyond, and it's just like, dang. If you watch it, if you actually watch it, it's just like, what can I do to this chick next? You
yeah,
know, you watch it, you experiment. Some chicks, if they're young, then you try that shit, and you might get a rape case.
yeah.
It's
Because
outrageous.
they're so desensitized to it. It's a way you can be with
Yes.
someone without all that extra, all that whatever that is, that sadomasochist. I don't know what that shit is, man. I don't know what that shit is. Little stashed away freaky scenarios. You put it on her mind. That'll get her mind. Not slapping her and then saying, "Suck my man." Shit,
Yeah.
No,
dude.
can you imagine? We have to imagine because we are G's. Can you imagine, like in the '80s, if a bitch spits on your dick, it's like, bitch, you spit it on me.
You'd be like, "What the fuck?
What the fuck wrong with you?
What's wrong with?"
What the fuck is wrong with you?
But I'm gonna tell you now. But I'm going to tell you something that used to freak me out, and I'm gonna say this because I don't know what this was. It was popular with chicks from West Dallas. And I'm saying that because it was two chicks that I had messed with. They were both from West Dallas and they both did this. But they used to like peeing in the bed while we was having sex. And I mean,
Really?
dude, I mean the sheets were so just freaking soaking wet. I was like, what the fuck? I'm thinking she's then got wet, but no, they used to like peeing. It used to do something to them. And see, here's the thing: if you didn't complain, because when I heard about that, some
You
niggas
said
used to complain
peeing?
about it. Yeah, yeah,
Yes, he did.
Peeing? Actually peeing?
yes. But it was something that turned them on. It was something about it that excited them. It actually made them come or reach their climax. And I'm
They were
thinking,
squirting, man.
huh?
They were squirting.
Was that no?
No, no, no. That's
This
what
was
they try
too
to
much,
call it
man,
now.
dawg. This was too
No.
much to be squirting.
Yeah,
This,
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah. No, that's bullshit. That's what they call it now, squirty. No, motherfucker, you peeing on me.
and I mean, and they used to like that shit. And see, here's the thing: when I heard about it, because some niggas was complaining, like, man, this bitch peed in, but they were complaining. But if you didn't complain about it, if you kept going at it when they did that, they would get more into you because they wanted to see if you liked it. And it was something about it that I did like. I liked that freaky shit right there. But they were actually peeing in the bed. And I remember one chick, when she did it, she looked up at me talking about, "Ooh, you peeing in the bed." I'm like, what the fuck? I'm thinking, what is the fuck is she talking about? I'm off in you. You saying that I'm peeing. If I'm peeing in you. You're the one that's
She
peeing.
blamed,
Don't try to do that shit.
she blamed you.
Yeah. She was trying to put her shame on me, but
Yeah.
I didn't mind it. I didn't mind what she was doing because these were bad bras, but that was something they were doing to like
Right.
excite themselves to enhance the activity. That was something they was doing. And I'm gonna say it was West Dallas because it was two bras that I messed with back to back. They was both from West Dallas because where I was hanging at, a lot of chicks from West Dallas hung out at that spot. And I happened to met two of them and mess with two, and they both did that. They both liked peeing during sex. And that shit tripped me the
Wow.
fuck out. I didn't complain about it. I really didn't. I really didn't. Because they were some badass bitches, man. And if you let them act on their freaky shit, that makes them more into you. If you complain about it, like, bitch, what you doing? Or, I don't do that old shit. What the fuck you talking? Why you doing that shit? No, then you're automatically gonna make them shut down. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna shut down because they actually want to expand that activity in their mind. They want you to introduce them to something new. They really do.
Now
King
you
Champ.
know you're actually right about that. You just brought up a memory. I remember I was beating up this big old thick white girl, and I was beating it up, but she introduced a dildo, right? I was young, and she introduced a dildo. And she like, here's my little friend. I took the motherfucker, threw it to the right. Get this motherfucker out of here. And continued to beat it up. I didn't know what to do with that motherfucker. I was young.
Wait, Rich. She said this is my little
Yeah. And it's like, damn, I guess she wanted both holes penetrated, right? I'm like, shit. I mean, she had some good whoopee, I guess, if you will.
Rich.
But the cookie was good.
I'm gonna cut
I
y'all.
swear to God, I took it and said, get this motherfucker out of here. And threw
Rich.
that motherfucker to the right.
No, Rich. I'm gonna tell you what you do with that. I'm gonna tell you what you do because I had a chick. She had one. What I made her do with it is while I was hitting her doggy style, I made her suck on it. I made her suck it
Right.
like she's sucking one and get one from the back. So I made it seem like she was doing a threesome and had two. So and she liked it. She was fucking smiling. She was smiling.
Right.
I said, here. I said, suck that dick. And I'm fuck, dude. She went. So what she did is she sat it down on the bed where it was sticking up. And while she was doing
Right.
it, I'm hitting it. And she enjoyed that shit. She
Yeah,
really
no, I get it. As I got older, I was like, I did this. Fuck it. It's a freak fest. I said
yeah.
it's on now as I got older, but I was young at that time.
Champ
I'm
says
like,
y'all old niggas was watching porn on black and white TVs. Champ, you ain't too far younger than me, nigga. Don't even try it, homie. Don't even try it. Hell, you was
don't try it.
probably watching the Gilligan's Island porn version, nigga. Don't even try it. Shit. Champ was
Mary
probably at home beating off to Ginger and
to
Marianne.
Marianne.
Yeah.
Marianne.
Don't even try to play like that, Champ. Oh man. Hey man. Say. I really enjoyed y'all coming in here kicking it with me, man. It's 11 o'clock. I'm at my 2-hour limit. This is Ivan G Worldwide, but also I'm simulcasting on the Bad Habits podcast. I want y'all to subscribe. That's gonna take off, the Bad Habits podcast. This show tonight was actually for the Bad Habits podcast, but I did it on this channel because more people are familiar with this channel. But if you're in here and it's up now, I want you to subscribe to the Bad Habits podcast, just like you see right there. And don't forget the dog of content. That's where the monkey shit, monkey time, the fuck shit is. So if anybody want to go hard body on me, that's where I'm coming hard body on you yet. The dog of content. And you know Ivan G Worldwide is the chill channel. This is where we just chill and have conversations. But this show tonight was intended to be repurposed for the audio of the Bad Habits podcast, which is also on anchor.fm, which will bleed into Spotify. Yes, indeedy. I appreciate y'all coming in here chopping it up with me. Ed Dog.
What's up? What's up?
You got something else to say before we get up out of here, man?
No, man, I'm good. Y'all have a good night.
What you chiefing
Peace
on
and
up there?
Some ghosts.
Okay, all right. Hey, and for you young cats in here, man, you need to put it on her mind. I would advise you guys to check out some vintage porn. These were real porn films. And check out how they did it. Check out the scenarios and put it on her mind. And she'll love it, man. She'll love it. You guys got to start leading. You have to start being men again. You're doing too much on the wrong side of it, dude. Expand your mind. Use your mind. Some of y'all are mindless. Try to use your mind. Ivan thought Donna on Sanford and Son was fine. Hell yeah, she was fine. Fred was trying to get at her. So why am I gonna think any different? Shit, Donna was fine in a motherfucker.
Shit, I'm gonna tell you something else. Esther had body up under that dress. My dad, my uncles met Esther about in East St. Louis. They say Esther had body like a mofo.
Have you seen that old school picture of Esther when she was young?
Esther was bad.
Yeah,
Esther
she was a dancing girl.
Was bad.
Yeah,
there you go. Who is that? Vanessa. Check out any Vanessa Del Rio picture and you'll see the scenarios. But just not Vanessa Del Rio, Lisa DeLeo, Annette DeHaven, Sika, all those. Oh, check them out. Check out how they did those movies. Those were actual scripts with ideas, which is actually better to me. This is my opinion, and these fellas in here on the panel, they agree with me. These are my opinions, man. I just feel like today's porn is trash and it's boring and no pun intended, but it sucks.
it does suck, and it desensitizes your ass as well.
That's the word, desensitized. A lot of you guys are desensitized from watching this big butt black stripper porn that they putting out today, where it's just straight raw. Soon as they cut to the scene, they in the bed, butt naked, going at it.
Yep.
And that's what it is, man. Rich, any last words, bro? Any last words?
No, man, it was great. Thanks for having me on, dog. Hey,
anytime, bro. Anytime.
I'll be back, dog.
All right. And dog, salute. Rich says dabbing to make them Johnny cakes for you. Oh man, y'all, man, God.
They eat shit over there. All right, man. Peace.
And dog, salute. Rich Breezy, salute. Man, I really appreciate everybody that came in here and kicked it, man. This was one hell of a show. I enjoyed myself, man. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the topic. And I'm here. This is what I do. This is what I do. Off the head topics that I'm sure. Oh, hey, Champ, hold on. Champ said something. Champ, you right. I used to stay up and watch Benny Hill and used to get off on them chicks on Benny Hill. Benny Hill had the right idea. Benny Hill had the right idea. That's how you do a show. Benny Hill was one of my favorite shows. Them chicks used to come there with the little French maid costumes, and he used to chase them. They used to be like, oh, yeah, Benny Hill is one of my favorites. All-time favorites, Benny Hill. You right. Damn right. Benny Hill was that knuckle. Matter of fact, shoot, you watch some Benny Hill, you'll get some ideas just by watching Benny Hill. For real. Neil? But anyway, man, already. Hey, I'm going to get at y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all coming in here and expanding on this topic. Some agree, some may disagree. And that's cool. That's what it's about. But I appreciate y'all coming in here and chopping it up with Ivan G. And don't forget to subscribe to the Bad Habits Podcast. That's right. The Bad Habits Podcast. It's up now. It's up. It's up and it's on hold on, let me do something here. It's up on YouTube and it's going to be on, it's already on, well, I haven't put an episode, but it's going to be on Anchor.fm if you like listening to podcasts, because Anchor.fm spills over into Spotify. So once I put this on Anchor, it's going to be on Spotify. Porkies, yeah. They talking about Benny Hill. And dog, yeah. You know, we all influenced by Benny Hill. Benny Hill used to like some bad little British bras. He didn't have no crazy looking bras on there. You had to be a A1 white British bra to come in there and kick it on Benny Hill. He slapped you on the bottom. You know how you used to slap that old man upside the head? Yeah, the good old days, man. We'll get them back. But it's going to take you guys to start using your imagination and putting it on a woman's mind. That's all it takes. And they won't be against you. They'll be willing to come with you. All this rough and tough, just go, wanting it raw, straight up. No. Use your mind to build those scenarios. Put it on their mind. And I guarantee you, once you put it on their mind, you'll get that behind. But say, man, I'm finna get up out of here. This is Ivan G Worldwide, the Bad Habits Podcast. Hey. Again, I appreciate y'all coming in here, man. I had a good time. I hope y'all had a good time. Don't forget the Bad Habits Podcast. It's all about the Bad Habits Podcast. And believe me, the Bad Habits Podcast is well-rounded in what we talking about. Ivan G in the mix, Ivan G Worldwide, the Bad Habits Podcast, the dog of content, man. I really appreciate y'all rocking with me tonight. Y'all gave me a reason to stay up and drink. Make a nigga think. But again, Ivan G, the Bad Habits Podcast, Ivan G Worldwide. Never forget Ivan G Worldwide. It's the flagship. That's the flagship. The Bad Habits is the podcast. And the dog of content is for the battles. I'm going to get at y'all next time, man.